Y'all too funny. All the time. All the time. And all the time. That's a fact. I don't care if you heard it in church or not. It's a fact. It's true. All right. The name of this lesson is called Cortisol and the Pretender. Cortisol and the Pretender. Anybody know what cortisol is? It's a stress hormone. Cortisol, it's a stress hormone. Do you know that your body produces cortisol in certain situations? Right? What situations do your body produce cortisol? High stress situations. Like what? Injury. Say surprise. Surprise. Fear. Uncertainty.
It's a stress hormone.
It's a hormone that your body produces. Right? So, like, you know how your body produces dopamine? Like we talked about this before. Your body produces dopamine when there's pleasure, right? So like Quab talked about on the lesson one time, when somebody hit like on your post, right? It produces a certain amount of that hormone dopamine in you, and it feels good, right? So people start to chase the feeling that their body is releasing into them, right? You think it's just, oh, she just want to post pictures like that because she's chasing the feeling that she gets from the dopamine, right? It ain't just women, it's men too. You know what I'm saying? They chase that feeling, right? Cortisol is kind of like the opposite side, right? Cortisol is produced, like you said, in injury situations and anxiety situations and fear, right? So it raises your adrenaline. And let me just, we're gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up. Anybody been stressed a lot lately? Or when you get stressed, you when you want to know what's behind it, fight or flight, right? Hold on, let me see. This is the one. See if I can get one that's like one second. Mm-hmm. Hold on, 2 seconds. All right, so it says that cortisol increases your adrenaline, elevates your blood pressure, boosts your energy supply. Cortisol, the primary stress hormone, and it increases sugars, the glucose that's in your body, and send it to your brain instead of to your muscles, right? So if you, like you said, if you got an injury or if something is happening to you right on the spot, your body produces that cortisol to protect you in a way, right? Get your blood pumping, moving real fast, right? This is where cortisol is doing good to your body. But what happens if that cortisol is being released into your body and it's not a fight or flight situation? What if it's raising your blood pressure because you're going through or you're having an argument, or you dealing with different type of stress that's around you, right? What could this cause in your body? Anxiety. It can help with your fear, promote stress, pre-grown gray hair, right? Hair loss, right? So I found out it was like your body produces hydro peroxide, right? What y'all use peroxide for? Cleanse your wound, right? It's like clear. So your body produces that too, evidently, right? And your body has enough of it, but your melanin keeps your hair colored. But what does cortisol do? Cortisol reduces the melanin that's pushed into your hair. So that hydroperoxide, once it hits the surface on your hair, guess what happens? Ding. Now, some of us got gray hair because it's hereditary, okay? Some of us got gray hair because we're getting a little older. But some of us had gray hair since we was like 16, right? It's a lot of cortisol being pushed into your body. Now, what ends up happening is there can be addictions formed because of cortisol or to cortisol, right? If you continuously find yourself in stressful situations, right? Your body is reacting to something that you are allowing, which is producing more and more cortisol in situations that you don't need it, right? So now, what do you find yourself? You find yourself with high blood pressure. Because what does cortisol do? It raises your blood pressure for a time when you're dealing with the fight or flight situations, right? It increases your adrenaline, but at certain times, it can help you not produce adrenaline when it's not necessary, right? Too much of this cortisol in your body can kill you. Hence the saying, stress can kill you. And there's a science behind it. It's a literal science behind it. When you find yourself always droggy and you're down and you're depressed, you have a crazy amount of cortisol that's being pumped into your body based on what you putting yourself in or what you're allowing around you, right? So the reason why I said cortisol and the pretender is this. We live in a society right now where you can pretend to be whoever you want to be. Like literally, you can go online and you can turn into a billionaire from Arkansas, and I see you here today in Detroit. I know your address. But online to them people, you are a billionaire from Arkansas, right? You can be a woman.
You can't, but you can say you are. Unless that's what you are, you're just saying it.
You can tell people you're a lady though, right? And you can go get some surgery done, right? Get the lighting right. You know what I'm saying? Get your hair done in the proper way. And you can pretend to be a lady.
And at the end, you're still rusty.
I seen a thing where they said if 100 men and 100 men and 10 transgender women who turned into men all died in an explosion, they're going to find the bones of 110 men. Right? So no matter how much pretending they did, when they go get them bones, they said it was 10 women on here. Well, they escaped.
Right? 10 sets of unidentified bones.
But when you pretend, you start to live a life where you're adding stress to you. So now that woman that's pretending to be a man, right? When she deals with another woman, one of the stress factors that's playing in her mind is, should I tell them? Right? Should I tell them I'm this? Should I tell the same thing on the flip side, right?
We already know.
Go ahead. Are people going to accept me? Yeah. Yeah. So now what do you got to do? Now you got to go overboard. It don't matter if they accept me. I'm going to be the biggest. You get some of these dudes act more women than women. I mean, bro, like you are trying to imitate her so bad that you are like beyond what a woman is. Right? The way you talk, the way you act and move, it's like.
It's so fake because you can't act it.
It's pretending.
You can't act it.
You didn't take good classes on this. Know what I'm saying? You didn't take classes on this. Right? So now we're looking at a situation where you're pretending. Now you're overdoing it. When you go around people, adrenaline is going to get pushed inside of you, right? Because guess what you're thinking? Oh, these people are going to do this to me. They're going to feel like this to me and that to me. Guess what's being pushed? Cortisol. Sending yourself to an early grave. Whenever you're putting yourself in situations that are not conducive to the relieving of stress, you killing yourself, right? Those got turned down? Check. So we need to use these now? Twan, we need to use these now? We need to use these now? It got turned down? Okay. So what protects us from being a pretender?
Be real.
Reality, right? And not just the word reality, because that word has even been muddied up, right? The actual real, right? We got reality TV that's all fake, scripted, and we all in like, oh my God, she broke up with him like that. When they did, what was the first one? Jersey Shore? Was it Jersey Shore? Real World. The fakest thing. Real World.
They stole my stuff.
Oh, Quad was about to do it first. The point is, it's fake, even though they're calling it the real world. So how do you escape that? You gotta actually look at what is tangible, what's in front of you. What stops a believer from being in a situation where they are being a pretender? What stops a believer from being a pretender?
He accepts.
Honesty. What else? Looking after other people's lives, that will stop you from being a pretender?
Accepting things for what they are.
Punishment? Kinda?
Accepting things
Kinda.
for what they are.
Accepting things for what they are? Self-examination? What's another one? What's another one? Belief. True faith. Right? Matthew chapter 7. Matthew chapter 7. Pick it up at verse 21.
The book. Check.
Do we need some volume? Can y'all hear us good?
Check 1, 2.
Matthew 7:21.
The book of Matthew, chapter 7 at verse 21.
Come on.
Not everyone that says unto me, Master, Master, shall enter into the kingdom of Shamayim, but he that does the will of my Father, which is in Shamayim.
So what is he laying down right here? He telling you everybody that say Master, Master not going to get in. So what is this showing you? That there are people that are actually going to be pretending all the way to the end. Right? They're going to be pretending all the way to the end. But what can't lie? Read that again.
Not everyone that says unto me, Master, Master, shall enter into the kingdom of Shamayim, but he that does the will of my Father.
He that what?
He that does the will of my Father, which is in Shamayim.
That's who's going to make it in. Right? So the difference between saying Master, Master and walking out Master, Master is going to get you in the kingdom. But pretenders are still going to be prevalent. They're going to always pretend. They can't stop pretending because they're so used to it. Right? A tree is known by its who? By its fruit. Jump up to verse 16.
Verse 16. You shall know them by their fruit.
By their what?
By their fruits.
So when you plant a seed in the ground, I can tell you all day long, this is an apple tree. And all the while it's growing, you're going to be like, man, that's about to be an apple tree. And I just conned you. Because pears is growing on there. Right? He said a tree is known by their fruit. It don't matter what a person say. It don't matter what it looks like. What is being done? What's behind it? At a point in time, we got to stop pretending, because the only person who see you for who you are is you and Yah. You can't pretend to him. You can't pretend to him. I'm telling y'all, it look good when you're in front of people and you're able to get the accolade of being this person. But you can't pretend to Yah, because he sees everything. Everything is naked before his eyesight, right? Read on.
You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree.
Every what type of tree?
Good tree.
Every good tree does what?
Brings forth good fruit.
So when it says this tree brings forth good fruit, this is its work. This is this tree's work. It's undeniable. It's undeniable. It didn't say it brings forth fruit. It says it brings forth what? Good fruit. Adam and Eve had children. Eve said, I have gotten a man-child from who? From Yahuwah. Right? This was a seed. But when it was time to bring Yah his offering, what did this seed bring? When she said, I got the man-child from Yahuwah, who was the child? Who was the son? It was Cain. Right? When it came time for him to bring forth fruit, what did he bring? He brought forth some fruit. But the text say what? Read what you got again, Ot?
Even so, every good tree.
Every what type of tree?
Every good tree.
Every good tree do what?
Brings forth
what
good
type
fruit.
of fruit?
Good fruit.
Good fruit. What did Cain bring? Wasn't good. It was straight. It was cool. But a tree is known by his what? So how do we know what Cain's heart was? Could Cain have made a mistake? How do we know what his real fruit was? How do we know whether or not this was a one-off, an accident, or if this is just in his character? How do we know? Say it again. Everything that followed it. So what happened right after he got
pinched for bringing some bold fruit? He got what? He got stressed out. He was pissed off. At who? At Yah, but who?
Himself, really.
He chose to take his anger out on his brother. It said he was wroth, and his countenance had fallen. So who's to blame? He was, but could he actually bear accountability? No. So when he brought that offering to the Most High, he was pretending in the first place. I didn't want to bring you the best. He was pretending in the first place. Y'all get what I'm saying? So right after that, what happened? He killed his brother. A tree is known by his what? By his fruit. So it wasn't no turning him good. But even still, Yahuwah gave him an opportunity. Even though Yahuwah knew his heart, Yahuwah knew what was in him, he still gave him a what? Opportunity. An opportunity to change. So pretending won't help you. Be real. Take the accountability and you'll get the opportunity. You can change. Y'all didn't kill him. Even after that, he ain't even take him out. He gave him opportunity. But a tree is known by their what? So he had children after that. Right? So if maybe killing his brother was just him emotionally reacting. Maybe that wasn't what's in him. But a tree is known by their what? So right after that, he has children. And his children end up being separated from who? Seth's children. Anybody know the names of any of his offspring? Can you name anybody?
Lamech, Enoch.
Lamech, Enoch, Tubal, Cain. Who was the other one? It was a girl. Nehemiah, right? Quab done a lesson years back showing how Nehemiah was the one who got the makeup on and dressed seductive, and she was the one who was able to seduce the children of Seth, which in turn caused the fall of mankind during the flood, right? A tree is known by its what? Cain was just bad. He was a bad tree. But this the one that she said, I have gotten a man from who? On the surface, it looked like, oh my gosh, I got a man from Yahuwah. This is going to be great. But this the one who ended up being the foul one. Right? Matthew 7:17 again.
Matthew chapter 7 and verse 17. Even so, every good tree brings forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree brings forth evil fruit.
So we see what happened, right? That corrupt tree brought forth evil fruit. Now on the other side, we got a replacement with who? Seth. Who did Seth bring forth? Just good fruit, good fruit. Give me a name. Who? Y'all, we can't get no names from Seth's kids. Enoch was one of Seth's kids. What happened with Enoch? He was taken up. He did what? He walked with Yah. He was in agreement with Yah. Give me another one. Yeah, you got the bold Enoch, and you got the good one. Right? Give me another one. Y'all ain't been in Genesis. Seth kids. Give me some. Methuselah. Who was Methuselah known to be?
Oldest man ever.
Oldest person ever. Give me another one. Famous one too. Noah. Right? What was he known to have done? Made it through the flood, right? He had a favor with Yah. So we see a good fruit, good tree, and then we see a bad tree. And we see the fruit thereof. One started off pretending and the other one was actually moving in the orders that y'all laid out. Which path do you want to take? Because he gave you two in the beginning. You want to take the path of the pretender? Or do you want to take the path of the obedient one? Come on, read.
Even so, every good tree brings forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree brings forth evil fruit.
A corrupt tree does what?
Brings forth evil fruit.
Come on.
A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit.
Come on.
Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that brings not forth good fruit is hewn down.
Is what?
Is hewn down.
It got to get cut down. See, when that bad fruit started to get to and corrupt that good fruit, it don't turn into good fruit. What does it turn into? Bad fruit. If you got something that's rotten inside of the bowl with the rest of the good fruit, what it's going to do? It's going to corrupt the rest of them. So who was the only person supposed to really make it out the flood? How many people? Noah was the only one that was supposed to make it out. His family got in by what? By favor. By him. So out of all of these people that was created, and Adam had sons and daughters, and this had sons and daughters, and this, only one person was righteous enough to make it through? One? When you think about them type of numbers and you look around, you know what I'm saying? You got to put some stuff into perspective. Pretending won't get you nowhere, I promise. Because you got to see Yah at the end of the day. You got to see Yah, no matter what. Right? Verse 19 again.
Every tree that brings not forth good fruit.
That brings not forth fruit.
But brings not forth good fruit.
So there's a difference. You got some that's not going to produce fruit at all. We already know what to do with that tree. But he says there's going to be trees that don't bring forth what type of fruit?
Good fruit.
Now, when you got a tree that brings forth fruit, how do you know if it's good or not? What you going to do? You going to taste it? B got poison in them already. You going to taste it off the rip? You ain't going to inspect it?
Look at it.
You ain't going to turn it around?
Examine it.
You got to look at that thing. It's a worm crawling in that mud. Right? You got to examine it. It ain't no different with you. You a tree. He divine, you the branches. You got to inspect yourself to show whether or not you are a pretender or not. Everybody in our own mind think we ain't pretending until we pretending. Everybody in here, if I ask you straight up, hey man, you doing the right thing when it comes to the Most High? You, yeah, man, you know, everything straight with me. We good, man. I pray every day, you know. I be reading. Say it again. Everybody in here pretending. Let me ask y'all. Y'all pretending? Quad made me ask y'all. I wasn't going to ask y'all that. Quad made me ask y'all that. Right? But the point is this, right? At some point in your life, you show impiety to Elohim. Anybody know what impiety is? Somebody look up the word impiety real quick. Real quick. Impiety. I-M-P-I-E-T-Y. I-M-P-I. Prideful.
Impiety.
I-M-P-I-E-T-Y. Lack of what? Lack of reverence, especially for God. Right? So, have you ever showed impiety towards the Most High? Ever? Yes. Yes. That's the point. If impiety is lack of reverence to him, that means that you in your actions, because how do you show reverence to Yah? Obedience, right? In Deuteronomy chapter 6 and Deuteronomy chapter 4, he told us that our wisdom was to do what? Keep the commandments, love him with all your heart, mind, and your soul, right? The tangible and the intangible. It's not just the things that you can put on paper and say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. I check the boxes off, right? It's the intangibles as well, right? It's the spirit of the law in conjunction with the letter of the law, right? Not just by the letter alone, right? Can you say you showed that you didn't reverence the Most High before? Can we say in thought, word, or deed that we still at times show impiety? Right? So that means in those moments when you show impiety, you pretending. And when you pretending, when you go around other believers, guess what you start to feel? Which in turn causes stress. Which means what's being pushed into you? Cortisol. Right? Now you stressed out. Oh man, they gonna know. I was doing this, they gonna know. Right? All because we stopped reverencing Yah. We was pretending. The part of you that's pretending you gotta kill. Because when it's all said and done, guess what? You can't pretend in front of them books. Your actions is being written. You know how they be saying, oh, the Bible was tampered with. Right? Oh, it was tampered with. That one ain't going to be tampered with. Oh, that wasn't me. See the way I felt right there. No. Verse 21.
Verse 21. Not everyone that says unto me, Master, Master, shall enter into the kingdom of Shamaim, but he that does the will of my Father, which is in Shamaim.
Come on.
Many will say to me in that day, Master, Master, have we not prophesied in your name?
So what are they doing right now? They pleading their case. Right? They pleading their case, said many of them going to say to me in that day. In what day? The day of what? Day of judgment. This means that somebody is receiving a sentence and they are going to say, Master, Master, we have done what?
Have we not prophesied in your name?
So when you say, have we not, this is somebody responding to something, right? Have we not cast out devils in your name? What else?
And in your name have cast out devils.
And in what?
And in your name have cast out devils.
And in whose name?
And in your name.
So both of these things was done in whose name? In his character, in his authority. He said, they're going to say, have we not done this stuff in your name? So that means that when I was doing it, I was in representation of you. When I was doing it, I was wearing your uniform. You know, the one that you put on the people who do the work for you? Read on.
And in your name done many wonderful works.
And in your name done many what?
Wonderful works.
I've done all of this good. Is not casting out devils a good thing? Right? Baptizing people, immersing people, ain't that a good thing? Doing many wonderful works, going out feeding people, doing all this type of stuff. Is this not a good thing? And they saying we did it in your authority. What's up? Read on.
And then will I profess unto them.
He said, I'm going to do what?
Profess unto them.
What?
I never knew you.
He said, I what?
I never knew you.
What?
Depart from me.
Get away from me who?
You that work iniquity.
Okay. Now, we go over this all the time. But the fact is they were doing all of this stuff bearing his name. But he called them workers of what?
Iniquity.
What is iniquity? Lawlessness. What is it? It's the hidden one. It's the hidden sin. It's the ones that's not done in the forefront of the people. So in front of everybody, what am I doing? Casting out devils. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But behind closed doors, I'm what? I'm breaking the code. All type of folly. That means that I am pretending. I'm living a double life. And he's saying, it's not about the things that you said you did good. I'm talking about the stuff you was doing behind closed doors. Two paths. Again, I ask you, which way you want to move? Do you want to be the pretender? Or do you want to be the one that's on a straight and narrow? just because you show forth good works in front of people means absolutely nothing. Because they don't judge you. You know the saying, judge by 12 or carry by 6? Why do people normally say that? Why do people normally say, basically, it don't matter to me, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6? What are they saying? I would rather be judged by a jury than to get carried up out of here, right? Than die. Yeah, kind of. But the point is, the judgment is coming from who? The judgment coming from man. That box you got put in was because of who? Because of Yah. Right? Wouldn't you rather be judged with Yah? At least you will know what the parameters are. They change the laws every day, don't they? What if they change the laws to you or about you? We're going to see that. Pretending won't get you nowhere. Finish that out. Read that part again.
Verse 24.
Yep.
No, verse 23.
23.
And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you that work iniquity.
All right, let's jump over here to Psalms chapter 94. Now, am I saying that believers don't go through stress? Absolutely not. Am I saying that if you are a believer and you studying in your word and you doing the right things when it comes to the Most High, you're not breaking these laws or none of that, right? You're not hurting people. You're not backbiting. You're not doing. These people go through it too. What's the difference between the person that's stressed out over doing wrong and the person that's stressed out over doing right? One go through the trials being blameless and the other one doesn't. Okay, I like that. What else? Psalms 94, 19.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94, at verse 19. In the multitude of my thoughts.
In the multitude of my what?
In the multitude of my thoughts.
In the multitude of my thoughts, what happened?
Within me, comforts delight my soul. Your comforts,
that boy.
Your comforts delight my soul.
That boy changed. I never even heard comforts.
That word threw me.
Now, I've done this too, maybe like 2 weeks ago. I was in here changing words too. You know what I'm saying? So I know how this is. I know how it feels. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? One more time.
In the multitude of my thoughts within me, your comforts delight my soul.
He said, in the multitude of my thoughts, your comforts do what?
Delight my soul.
So when he's saying in the multitude of my thoughts, what are you thinking? What do you think this person is saying? Like, oh, I'm just thinking a lot. Where there's a need for comfort, what is there? Anxiety, discomfort, right? Stress, right? So when you on the right, straight and narrow path, you supposed to have comfort. We through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have, right? When you doing the right thing, your stress levels are supposed to be taken care of by who? By Yah. And then you got to make sure that you don't get put in them situations no more. If them situations keep coming to you, you better make sure that they're because it's Yah doing it, not you doing it. Right? Come on.
Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with you?
He said, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with you? What does this mean? So remember, we talking about stress right here. And then in the very next verse, he says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with you? What is he saying? Can't dwell with darkness, right? The people that's doing things behind the scenes, the people who are doing that hidden sin, shall it have fellowship with you? Because if the people that's doing the hidden sins have fellowship with you, then what do you become? Oh, y'all don't want to talk to me today? If you in a pot with bad fruit, what happened to the rest of the fruit? It all go bad. You don't want to have fellowship with the workers of iniquity because what? Read on.
Which frames mischief by a law.
It says, which frames mischief by a what?
By a law.
Do y'all understand what this is saying? What you got, Op? What is this saying? They make laws where evil stuff is good.
Say it. Evil is.
Come on, give it to us. Man, right? That's what I think. Evil is good. That's what they change it to. Right? Give me Daniel chapter 6. They make evil good and they make it a statute. They make it a law. Right? We see what's going on now. You gotta have you gotta let the opposite sex go in the same bathroom as your little babies. Or you can go to jail or get fined for it. It's a law. Homosexuals can get married. It's a law. Right? And they in turn entrap you if you uphold Yah's law. So they by their law can actually smash you out with theirs. Right? Daniel 6:1.
The book of Daniel, chapter 6 and verse 1. It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom, and over these 3 presidents, of whom Daniel was first, that the princes might give accounts unto them, and the king should have no damage. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes.
He was what?
Preferred above the presidents and princes.
So he got favor. Favor based on who? Based on Yah. Come on.
Because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king thought to set him over the whole realm.
Well, so you mean he wasn't downtrodden? He wasn't beat down? Because that's what a lot of people make you think, that, once you're in this truth and, you're doing righteously, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get power drived. You're going to be the poorest of the poor because you're doing the right thing. What was happening with Daniel?
And the king thought to set him over the whole realm.
Because what?
Because an excellent ruach was in him.
Because he had an excellent ruach in him.
So when they say he's a coon today.
Oh, yeah, they definitely would call him a coon. If this story in Daniel was fast forwarded to 2023, Daniel would be a coon to a lot of the people.
Like Jeremiah.
Right? Oh man, he up there with the king of Babylon. He up there with the president. That boy hanging with Trump. He a coon. You don't know what that man up there for. You don't know what y'all got that man up there for. I ain't talking about Kanye. I'm talking about Daniel. Talking about Daniel. Yeah, got the Make America Great Again hat. I don't know if Daniel would have worn nothing like that, but he definitely would have been called a coon of today. Keep reading. Especially being preferred over all the rest of the congressmen. If you would call Daniel a coon, raise your hand. Come on.
Come on, put him up.
He should be real. See, you ain't pretending. Y'all wouldn't have called Daniel no coon? How many of y'all called Kanye a coon?
Never called him a coon.
That fool. Come on.
Verse 4. Then the presidents and the princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom.
So in Psalms, it says the workers of iniquity or the kingdom of iniquity was going to ensnare you by a law. So they got jealous, they got mad, they get pissed off. And what do? Come on.
Sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom.
So now they trying to find something wrong with you. Daniel doing all the right stuff. He got favor with the king, right? Daniel is favorable. That's who the kings grabbed, isn't it? In Daniel, the first chapter, it said, get me all of the people that got a name. All the people that these people love. So now that this person is loved and he's doing righteously, it said these people are seeking an occasion against him. Read on.
But they could find none occasion nor fault.
They did what?
They could find none occasion nor fault.
Come on.
For as much as he was faithful.
For as much as he was what?
As he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him.
Neither was there any what?
Error or fault found in him.
So as much as he was righteous on this side, they still couldn't find nothing on any of the other fronts to get him. Right? Read on.
Then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his Elohim.
Concerning the what?
The law of his Elohim.
We got to do it concerning what?
The law of his Elohim.
We got to do it concerning his law. Right? We know he's not going to break his law. In Psalms 94:20, it says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with you, which frame mischief by a what? By a law. Right? This is what they got to do. Come on.
Verse 6. Then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king and said unto him, King Darius, live forever.
They said what?
King Darius, live forever.
You think they said that every time they walk in there? Probably. So they wasn't just kissing his boots extra hard this time? Oh, king, live forever. Come on.
All these presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute.
He said they have come together to establish what?
A royal statute.
A who type of statute?
A royal statute.
A royal statute. A law. We came together to establish a law. Come on.
And to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any L
of any who?
Of any L
Come on.
or man for 30 days, save of you, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions.
So now we got to come up with something that we know he gonna break so he can die. Right? Daniel is being straight up 100. He ain't pretending. But these men are pretending that they're actually for the king in this much that they got to come up with this random law. They're pretending to be down with the king this much, but it's not really about the king, is it? It's because they hating on him. They hating on Daniel. So by mischief and their iniquity, because this is what they're conspiring in the background, right? They got to come up with this statute to get him killed. Because we know if he go in the lion's den, it's a wrap. Come on.
Verse 8. Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing.
He said, do what?
Establish the decree and sign the writing.
Establish the decree and sign it. You sign off on this. So we know that if you say it, it's in the books. Come on.
That it be changed not, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which alters not.
He said, which what?
According to the law of the Medes and Persians, which alters not.
So if you sign your name on this dotted line, it don't change. It don't change. We gonna make a law that's gonna make it hard for him to live because we want him to die. This is the type of stresses that the righteous got to go through. Right? Hold what you got. Go back to Psalms 94. Pick it up in verse 19 again. when you're not pretending, the only thing that a person that's pretending can do is get you to where they are. You can't be too favorable because I ain't. You got to be like me or under me, right?
Psalms 94:19.
Come on.
In the multitude of my thoughts within me, your comforts delight my soul.
He said, your comforts do what?
Delight my soul.
They delight my soul. So now I'm going through it, but now I'm comforted. My soul is being delighted because I'm like, no matter what, I stand on your word. I know for a fact in life or in death, you got me. Right? Come on.
Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with you, which frames mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous.
They do what?
They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous.
And what they do?
And condemn the innocent blood.
They do what?
Condemn the innocent blood.
This sound kind of familiar to something. Hold what you got. Get Matthew chapter 27. Matthew chapter 27. Matter of fact, hold on. Now let's start at Matthew 26. Let's go back Matthew 26. Pick it up at verse 45.
Matthew 26 and verse 45. Then comes he to his disciples and said unto them, sleep on now and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hand of sinners.
He said he's betrayed into the hand of who?
Into the hand of sinners.
Jump back to verse 14.
Verse 14. Verse 14. Then one of the 12 called Judas Iscariot.
So this is one of the 12 people that was rocking with Mashiach, right? Now remember, Daniel was in the same company or cabinet with all of these presidents and all. So these is people that's around Daniel. These is people that's rolling with Daniel. You feel me? Come on.
Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priests and said unto them, what will you give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver.
Away from me, I never knew you. You what? You plotting behind this man back. You plotting to kill him, right? For 30 pieces of silver. Come on.
And from that time, he sought opportunity to betray him.
Don't that sound like what was happening with them presidents and all of them people? They was trying to seek an occasion against him. Come on, read on.
Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Yahushua, saying unto him, where would you that we prepare for you to eat Passover? And he said, go into the city to such a man and say unto him, the master says, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at your house and with my disciples.
Jump over to verse 40. So after this, they sit down, they eating, right? He tells Judas, go do what you got to do, right? He tells Peter, the crow is going to do his thing 3 times. All of this stuff happened, right? So now he knows he's being betrayed by his mans. But he's blameless, right? Verse 40. Matter of fact, start at verse 39.
Verse 39. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed.
He said, when my thoughts run, what happened? You comfort me. Come on.
And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will.
So would you say that he's stressing out a little bit right here? Absolute. He said, not as I will, but you will. Read on.
And he comes unto the disciples and find them asleep and says unto Peter, what? could you not watch with me 1 hour?
He was stressed out. He know he getting ready to die. He's stressed out. And now he going off on the same people that he know he loved to death. Literally. Man, y'all couldn't stay up with me. That's what happens when you stress. You start to take it out on people that's around you. And we allow this stuff to happen to us. And we can't control it. Like he said, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against what? Principalities. It's things that's beyond you that will cause this stress to start to kick in. And now the people that are around you are affected by it. And you can't see the effects of it until it's over with. Until somebody laying on the floor crying because you done smacked them up for something that you going through. Come on.
Watch and pray. Verse 41. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation.
That you do what?
Enter not into temptation.
Because what?
The ruach is willing.
But what?
But the flesh is weak.
The flesh is weak. Come on.
He went away again a second time and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, your will be done. And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy.
So when he says that the word in Psalms 94, when it says, in the multitude of my thoughts within me, your comforts delight my soul. Remember the first 2 times that he went and dealt with his disciples, he getting at them. Y'all couldn't stay up with me? Y'all couldn't stay up with me? He's stressed out. But what happened this time? Read on.
And he left them and went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Then comes he.
So the next time that he went and prayed, he didn't even mention it to him. He saw him sleep, and then he did what? He just went back and prayed. Because what's happening? The words of Yahuwah, the words of his Father are starting to do what to him? It's starting to comfort him. That stress is starting to just, right? It's starting to, like you say, dissipate. You're starting to be relieved. Come on.
Then comes he to his disciples and says unto them.
What did he say this time?
Sleep on.
What did he say?
Sleep on now.
Y'all can rest.
And take your rest.
Do what?
Take your rest.
Take your rest. Hallelujah. Come on.
Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hand of sinners. Rise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that does betray me.
Let's go back to Psalms 94. Pick it up at verse 21.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 21. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood.
They do what?
Condemn the innocent blood.
They condemn the innocent blood. That's what these people came together to do. That's what pretenders do. Because I see that you're being straight up and I can't be around that. It plagues me to see that. So now I got to formulate a way to get you out of there. You understand? When you become a pretender, this type of thing happens to you in one way or another. You don't even realize that it's happening to you, but it's happening one way or another. You're devising plans to not be righteous, but it don't seem like it to them. It don't seem like they not being righteous. To the people who went and got Samson for what he done, his people, his brothers, man, we gonna get killed if we don't deliver Samson over to these people. There's a way that seems right unto a man. Right? These people thought they was right to get Mashiach out of his position. There's a way that seemed right unto a man, but the end thereof is what? It's death. Come on. What verse
Verse 21.
Yep.
They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. But Yahuwah is my defense.
But who?
Yahuwah is my defense.
Oh, what you got? Jump back over to Daniel chapter 6. Pick it up at verse 7.
Daniel 6 and verse 7. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any el or man for 30 days, save of you, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing, that it be not changed according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which alters not. Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree. Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house.
So when he knew what was up, just like Mashiach, when Mashiach knew what's done is done, what's the first thing that he went and did? He went and prayed. As soon as Daniel knew that this decree was signed, what's the first thing that he done? Come on.
Now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being opened in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day.
And what?
And prayed and gave thanks before his Elohim, as he did aforetime.
Then what happened?
Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying.
They did what?
Assembled and found Daniel praying.
They just found him praying. Did they just find him praying? What they did?
Waiting.
They knew. They knew they was waiting on the innocent blood. They knew. This is what the righteous go through in stressful situations. But their protection comes from Yahuwah. It's not the same on the other side, though. I promise you. I promise you. Come on.
Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his Elohim. Then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Have you not signed a decree that every man that shall ask in petition of any el or man within 30 days, save you, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions? The king answered and said, the thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which alters not. Then answered they and said before the king, that Daniel.
That who?
That Daniel.
Which what?
Which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regards you not, O king.
He did what?
He regards you not, O king.
Oh, man. Now what they doing? Not even just snitching. What did they just do? They definitely set him up. They did snitch. They what? They lied. Where Daniel ever say he don't regard the king at? Never said that. They got to lie. And out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let what? Let everything be established. Come on.
He regarded you not, O king, nor the decree that you have signed, but makes his petition 3 times a day. Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself.
He was what?
Sore displeased with himself.
He got. He got. Yeah, they conned him. Now, as the king, I would be tripping and looking at them funny. But what do you have to do? You got to stand on it. Because guess what he did? He signed that decree. He got to stand on his word. No matter what happened. Just like Jephthah. He said, whatever come out of my gates, after we get done with this war, if we win, I'm going to sacrifice to you. At that point, you got to stand on it because it came out your mouth. Let your yeas be yeas and your nays be nays. You got to stand on it. The king was displeased with this because what? He loved Daniel. He had a lot of love for Daniel. He preferred Daniel over the dudes that came in and did the snake stuff. Come on.
Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored to the going down of the sun to deliver him. Then these men assembled unto the king, and said unto the king, Know, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is, that no decree nor statute which the king established may be changed.
All right, now, what was the king trying to do? He's trying to do what? Trying to find a way to get outside of what he got the best lawyers on it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, is it any type of clause that can jump in this, that I can get him out of this? Because I know he's not guilty of what they saying that he guilty of. Right? Don't that sound like something to y'all? Pilate did the same exact thing. What has this man done? I wash my hands of his innocent blood. Right? Right? And they came back and reminded the king right here. They say, hey, man, we know you stalling because you love dude and everything. But at the end of the day, the law is the law. The law is the law. Read on.
Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, your Elohim, whom you serve continually, he will deliver you. And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den. And the king sealed it with
The king did what?
Sealed it.
He did what?
Sealed it.
Come on.
With his own signet.
He sealed it with his own what?
With his own signet.
Come on.
And with the signet of his masters.
Uh-huh.
That the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel.
So now he had to do what? What did he do for this thing that it don't change? He had to seal it with his own what? With his own signet. Kind of like how the Most High did when it came to his son. And what was purpose for his son had to happen. Y'all understand what we saying here? These comparisons with these two stories? Come on.
Verse 18. Then the king went into his palace and passed the night fasting.
He did what?
Passed the night fasting.
Come on.
Neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. Mm-hmm. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living Elohim, is your Elohim, whom you serve continually, able to deliver you from the lions?
Hold what you got. Go back to Psalms 94. The question was, is your Elohim able to deliver you from these lions? Psalms 94, pick it up at verse 21.
Psalms 94 and 21. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. But Yahuwah is my defense.
But Yahuwah is my what?
Is my defense.
Come on.
And my Elohim is the rock of my refuge.
Come on.
And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity.
What he said?
He shall bring upon them their own iniquity.
Let's jump back over here at Daniel. Daniel chapter 6. Pick it up at verse 20.
Daniel 6 and 20. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living Elohim, is your Elohim, whom you serve continually, able to deliver you from the lions?
What gives you confidence and comfort in a situation like this that's high stress? Your faith, right? But your faith got to be measured based on what? James chapter 2 tells us what? Faith without works is what? Being alone. The only reason Daniel can have supreme faith in this moment is because what he's done up until this point in the righteousness towards Elohim warrants this type of salvation. It warrants it. Because he ain't been pretending. Put yourself in this same position. And now you got to recall all the times that you was pretending and you got to wait on Yahuwah to try to save you or not. How much your stress will probably kill you before the lions do. Right or wrong? Because we sitting in there like, oh my gosh, I told so many lies before this. Oh, right? Oh, why they had to grab me right after I did that with that girl? They would have just came a day before. Right? Your stress is going to kill you before. As soon as you drop dead. Because your stress is killing you. You in this high level fight or flight situation, cortisol pumping through your body, and you have no comfort. No comfort, because what you've done up until this point hasn't really been conducive for salvation. It's only been a pretending act. It's only been for what people can see. Because if those people had the opportunity to save you, you know they would. Because they looking at you like, man, you so righteous. But it ain't them. It's Yah. Come on, read.
Verse 21.
Yeah.
Then said Daniel.
Then what?
Then said Daniel.
Then who?
Then said Daniel.
Then said Daniel. Then said Daniel. What this mean? He made it. Tell him now. Come on.
Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever.
He said what?
O king, live forever.
When he say okay, when he say O king, live forever, he's showing that he actually regards the king. Off the rip. Even though you put me in here, I know that it wasn't with a bold heart. And the first thing he says, "O king, do what?" Read.
My Elohim.
My who?
My Elohim.
He said, man, I'm saved. I'm good. First thing he say out of his mouth, king live forever. What?
My Elohim.
My Elohim did what?
My Elohim has sent his Malachim.
And what?
And have shut the lion's mouth.
Ooh, they was hungry. They was hungry. But he closed their mouth though. Read.
That they have not hurt me.
That they ain't what?
That they have not hurt me.
Come on.
For as much as before him innocency was found in me.
He said before him what was found in me?
Innocency.
That means he been being straight up. Right? He was being straight up. Innocency was found in me. Can we say the same about ourselves? And if we can't, don't pretend when you leave here. It's time to get it right. Or else you're going to be put in the category with transgenders in my book. What's the difference? They claiming to be man when they women. They claiming to be women when they men. You claiming to be a believer when you're not. What's the difference? You might as well be a part of the LGBTQ
BG
LMNOP.
STUP.
You're going to get your own letter. Get your own letter. Get your own letter because you belong a part. All of them is faking. Every letter is a fake. Every letter is a fake. Right? If you're lesbian, it's fake. Why? Because you still long for a man. I wonder how they get when they get older. You know what I'm saying? And they, like 60, like you just like still doing that? Like,
Proud of him.
like, dang, you went this long? Right? The bisexual community, it's fake. It's fake. Even inside of these people, they know that what they're doing is wrong, but they got to keep pushing something inside of them for them to turn that part off. Come on.
My Elohim have sent his Malachim and have shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me, for as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before you, O king.
And said what?
And also before you, O king, have I done no hurt.
I ain't did nothing wrong.
Then was the king exceeding glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den.
They should take Daniel what?
Up out of the den.
So Daniel went into the lion's den where it was sealed off, where he was supposed to die, and he got taken up out of the lion's den, and the king was glad about it. It sound familiar to y'all? Like Mashiach was put into, he was killed, put into that tomb, but when they came back, he was gone because he was risen, and Elohim was glad about it. Yeah. This is what's going. This is the things that can happen to believers, but there's comfort. See, it's patience and comfort in the scriptures that Mashiach might have hope, because in Psalms he said that I won't allow the Holy One to suffer corruption. Hallelujah. Right? There was comfort in that. It's comfort in that. Right? The word is true. Even with Mashiach being able to die in the presence of all the people and say, Father, forgive them for they what? They know not what they do. It's in the book where he saw it. Even if I die, I'm not going to suffer corruption. Hallelujah. He read.
Then was the king exceeding glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den.
He said they was going to take Daniel up out of the den. Come on.
So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him.
He said, and no matter what?
No manner of hurt was found upon him.
Even though Mashiach died and came back, he was in front of his disciples like, hey, man, you see these holes in my hand? Yeah, it's me. Spirits ain't like how you see these, though. You feel me? Hey, Thomas. just in case you was wondering. Yeah, no, go ahead and feel it. It's that new model. See, I got the all-seeing.
No, she ain't gonna do that.
Come on, man. Keep on reading. Keep on reading. But the point that we making is there is the comfort that you are able to see in the text, right? He was righteous. He was able to see that he wasn't going to suffer corruption based off what he was reading. So even though he was stressed out, he allowed himself to be comforted because he knew he was going to receive the esteem that he had before. No matter what happens, when we look at who they called Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, what they said to the king, no matter if you throw us in this fire or not, I ain't bowing down. And even if my Elohim don't save me up out of here, it still screw you. Because they, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, had hope. Right? This is a reason why pretending won't work for you. Favor don't come to you when you pretending. Don't get it twisted. He make it rain on the just and the unjust. That's the book. You're going to get some twos and fews, but this type of favor can't come to you. Right? And if it do come to you in any type of way, this is more of the reason why you need to stop pretending, because this ain't nothing but notches up against you for when it's time for judgment. Son, I saved you here. I saved you here. I saved you here. You knew you was wrong here. I saved you there. I preserved you there. I preserved you there. And now you're going to sit in front of me and say, Master, Master? You're going to sit up in front of me. I was there. You gonna say, Master, I cast out devils in your name? You gonna say that to me? But what about all the people? You gonna say it? All the people I fed, you gonna say that to me? Absolutely not. Because now when judgment comes, that's it. The book is sealed. The king is gonna give his decree. What the king say won't come back to him void. You understand what I'm saying? It don't fall out after that. When the king say here or there, that's it. Ain't no more chances. Don't pretend. Be for real. Be for real. And you can have this type of confidence. Read where you at, Doc.
So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him.
Come on.
Because he believed.
Because he what?
Because he believed.
Because he was a righteous man.
Because he believed.
Don't get it twisted like everything you do is just going to get you up out of trouble. It said because he believed. Faith without works is being alone. They can't stand alone. They got to be coupled together. Read on.
Because he believed in his Elohim, and the king commanded, and they brought those men.
And they did what?
They brought those men.
In Psalms 94, he said that the same thing that they tried to do to you, Yahuwah gonna turn their iniquity on them. Read on.
And the king commanded, and they brought those men which had accused Daniel.
I wonder what happened to the men by the sepulcher. Anybody know what happened to them people? They fell dead, didn't they? All right. Come on.
And they brought those men which had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions.
The people that did what?
That accused Daniel.
That accused them.
And they cast them into the den of lions.
I wonder if Mashiach got falsely accused or something. And these people that falsely accused him happen to be a part of the Pharisaical line, right? That man said, except your righteousness exceed the righteousness of the, you can in no wise enter where? Into the kingdom. So what did he call the Pharisees in Matthew chapter 23? Anybody know? Vipers. What else? Come on. What did he call them? He called them hypocrites. Now, do anybody know the definition of a hypocrite in the book? Somebody look it up. Somebody look it up. Go to the word hypocrite in Matthew chapter 23, and I want you to look it up. Real quick. Come on. In the words of Pastor Geno Jennings, let's move quick now. Move quick. Move quick. Come on, move quick. We don't got to wait all day. Move quick now. One who answers an interpreter for the word hypocrite. I think that's in Matthew 7, though. We have to be at the exact point to get it. 23, Matthew 23. It might be one. It said what? It said a who? A who? An actor or a character? So let me ask you the question. Let me ask y'all a question just real quick. If I get a role in a movie to be a vampire, what am I doing? Said it, I'm pretending to be a vampire. If I get a role in a movie to be I don't know, a Muslim, what am I doing? I'm pretending. I'm being an actor. I'm being a hypocrite. Yeah, for sure. Right? I'm being an actor. I'm pretending. These men, these Pharisees who got Mashiach put into the place that he was put into, they did it by way of the law. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, he said they was going to do it by a statute, right? The law says that by 2 or 3 witnesses, let every matter be established, but they lied on him. So they used the law for evil. But that was the only way that they can get him, because they couldn't find nothing else on him, right? And then he says, if your righteousness don't exceed their righteousness, you can't make it into the kingdom. So even though they thought they was getting away with it, they ain't get away with it. Right? Well, I got you at. Come on.
And the king commanded, and they brought those men which had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions. Them, they cheering.
Them who?
They cheering.
They who?
They cheering. And they women.
Oh my goodness. So being a pretender got your whole family knocked off? Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying. Being a pretender got the whole family knocked off? Do we really got time to play? We seen it happen with Achan. We seen it happen with Seth's, not Seth's children, Cain's children. Everybody got knocked off. We don't got time to play like this. We don't got time to pretend. And if we pretending right now, it's just time to change it. That's the reason why we got all the issues in here, because we pretending with one another. Instead of keeping it real, keep it 100. I don't like you today. Got too many grades showing today. Keep it real.
They coming.
You know what I'm saying? Your beard ain't usually that gray.
Coming.
P, what's up with the waves, bro? You know
I'm mad about it too.
what I'm saying? You got all that hang time back there, Jordan. I don't like that. I can't get no hang time. What I'm saying is just keep it real with one another, because this is what's going to stop the pretending. Whenever you got to pretend, that means I feel away, I'm going to come in front of you, I'm going to be like, hey, Quab, what's going on today, man? You good? You straight?
Yes, sir.
I can't stand that nigga Quab. I hate his gums because they black. Man, bro. My dog for life. Got that wine. Stole my idea. Opulence. Ain't nothing opulent about that wine. That boy dropped the album. He gonna drop an album like that. Called Man of Sorrows. That's on SoundCloud right now. Why would you know what I'm saying? Gonna drop an album like that. Dying for attention. He dying for attention. Shoot. Got that other brother on there. Right. Nah, but you just got to be straight up. And you being straight up with the people in front of you is definitely going to be a good step towards being straight up with Yah. Because if you can't be straight up with the people in front of you, ain't nowhere in the world I can believe you being righteous. I promise you I won't believe it. I promise you I won't believe it. If I tell you, don't call me Bartholomew, and every time you see me, you call me Bartholomew, I know you're a sinner. I'm being for real. Because I gave you something that meant something to me, and you won't stop doing it. And I see you, and you doing it to me in my face. I know you sinning with Yah. I know you is. Because he gave you a law that and he ain't even speak it to you. He gave you principles to follow after his son died, and he ain't even say it to you. You read it, and you don't see him every day. I know you sinning. Flat out. Because how you do some things is how you do everything. Right? Jump over to Hebrews chapter 6. I'm almost done, y'all. Almost done. Chosen seed be having people butts in seats for hours. It's crazy. Hebrews chapter 6, pick it up at verse 18.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 6 at verse 18. That by two immutable things in which it was impossible for Elohim to lie.
It says it's impossible for Elohim to do what?
To lie.
It's impossible for him to lie. Come on.
We might have a strong consolation.
So it's impossible for him to lie, that we might have a strong consolation. What is consolation? What is a consolation, Fry?
Something to console you.
Something to console you. Comfort. That we may have a strong consolation. Come on.
Who have fled.
Who have what?
Who have fled.
For what?
For refuge.
To do what?
To lay hold upon the hope.
He said the people that fled for refuge, that they got something that they hold on. They can lay hold on hope. Come on.
On the hope set before us.
Come on.
Which hope.
Which what?
Which hope.
We what?
We have as an anchor.
As a who?
As an anchor.
What's an anchor? Something that's going to hold you down. Something that's going to keep you secure. Something that won't let you move. He said we got a hope. That's a what?
That's an anchor.
Of the what?
Of the soul.
Of the who?
Of the soul.
Man, this is real. We got an anchor for the soul. Something that's going to keep us no matter what the situation is. I don't care if something come and move and try to move that boat. It's an anchor down there that ain't going to let it go. Ain't no amount of waves going to be able to push it off from that anchor. Come on.
Which hope we have as an anchor of the soul, both sure and steadfast. Both sure and steadfast.
Both sure and steadfast, which what?
And which enters into that within the veil.
Come on.
Whither the forerunner is for us entered, even Yeshua, made an high priest forever after the order of Melchizedek.
That's what sealed it. The fact that he died and he became the priest forever after the order of Melchizedek, it signed the deal. You good. You in the game. But the problem is he was so real for you to go in there, fight through the stress, fight through the trauma, fight through the pain, and lay his life down for you. Are you willing to do the same? He didn't even ask you to do all the stuff he did. He didn't ask you to go through and lay your life down for him. He didn't ask you to do that. All he asked for you to do was be real. To be straight up. Reduce your stress levels. I used to hear, well, if you tell a lie, then you got to tell another lie to cover up that lie. Then you got to tell another lie. Then you got to remember them other 2 lies so you don't get caught up in the lies that you told. That's stressful. What's a way to thwart all that? Tell the truth and do what? Shame the devil. Shame you. Y'all ever seen Batman Dark Knight? I know you seen it last night. Right? All right, now, one of the biggest things on Batman The Dark Knight was that boat scene. I remember that boat scene? When the 2 groups of people were sitting in the boats, you had these civilians in one boat, and then you had all of these inmates in another boat, right? And the Joker had set it up where both boats had explosives in them. And he put it out there and said, at 12 o'clock, these explosives are going to go off. But if y'all in this boat pull the trigger on the people in this boat, you'll be saved because you'll be done killed them. Told the same thing to the inmates. If y'all in this boat turn the switch on these innocent people over here, y'all will be saved. Now, in your mind, first watching this, who do you think is going to kill who first? You would think that the inmates are going to kill these people, no question. Right? They inmates. But then on the flip side, the mindset is, well, these people that are living everyday life are saying, well, these people was locked up. Their life is already gone. Do you know what ended up saving both people? Not Batman. I mean, yes, but no. Because he knocked the one out of the Joker hand at the end. But what stopped them from doing what they did at 12 o'clock, before 12 o'clock? What stopped them? Batman? You said Batman? No, that ain't what. No. Regular man. They had to be honest with themselves. So the people that were regular civilians had to be honest with themselves and say, man, those are people too. Right? The inmates, well, Tiny, what's his name? He passed away. Zeus, Debo hopped up because he was one of the inmates. You know, they got to have a big black dude as an inmate, right? He hop up, he take the remote and he throw it out of the window because he said that this is just wrong to do. But on the other boat, you had this dude that was like, what we waiting for? Why don't we just kill those inmates? He hopped up, he like, oh, everybody's scared to do it, huh? I'm about to do it. So he hops up, he grabs the remote, he get ready to turn the switch, and then realize that he was just pretending. You ain't really cut like that. That's not in you to do that to these people, to nobody for that matter. What saved them is they were real. They came to the realization that these 2 groups of people are people. No matter what my fear is, my fear of death, My fear of what's going to happen past 12 o'clock. No matter what those fears were, they chose to do the right thing. Not act like a criminal. The criminals was over there in the corner praying. You get what I'm saying? When you become a pretender, there are things that you'll do that's not even you. You're going to sit back and you're going to look like, oh my gosh, man, why did I even do that, man? Why did I even hurt them like that? But in turn, you hurting yourself. Because at the end of the day, when judgment come, Yahuwah don't got no picks, man. The only picks that he had was here on earth. Only salvation he was bringing was to people here on earth. Only time he was letting you out of hot water was when he can pull you out of hot water himself before your clock expired. But when it come down to it, and them books is open, ain't nothing left to be said. So choose the path on what you want to do. Do you want to be a pretender? Or do you want to be a saint or a believer? With that, I say shalom. Questions, comments, concerns? Nothing. Anything on the chat? Like shack up. Like, no. It's not okay to shack up. Yeah, no, it's not okay to shack up. Get married. And if you're not gonna get married, get away. Get away. What you thought I said? Get another one? What you got? Yeah. Yet. Huh? If you don't have no sex yet. Yet. Oh, you're just living with each other. Y'all love one another. So y'all pretending to not. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. After you convert it. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm saying shacking up is what y'all was doing before you converted. Oh, y'all was just. I'm saying y'all was just doing the do. Yeah. Yeah. No, don't do it. Don't do it. So sleeping in the same bed with somebody. We ain't touching each other though. All right, give me Ephesians 5. I got you. I'm saying that's wrong. I'm saying it's wrong. Yeah. Hold on, let me get there real quick. Yep. Ephesians 5, pick it up at verse 2, or is it 3? Because we're gonna get all the way down to 11, but whew. All right.
Ephesians
5, pick it up at verse 2.
5 and 2. And walk in love as Mashiach also
Start
have.
at verse 1, I'm sorry.
Verse 1, Ephesians 5 and 1. Be you therefore followers of Elohim as dear children.
Come on.
And walk in love as Hamashiach also have loved us and have given himself for us an offering and a sacrifice to Elohim for the sweet smelling savor. But fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness let it not be once named among you as becoming saints.
All right, so this is talking about fornication and all uncleanliness, right? Now, we talking about people that may not be fornicating, right? Keep reading.
Neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving thanks. For this you know, that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater, hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Hamashiach and of Elohim.
So this is actually giving a situation where people have actually done these things. A whoremonger is a person that actually slept with a bunch of women. An idolater is a person that worshiped another god, right? Come on.
Let no man deceive you with vain words. For because of these things cometh the wrath of Elohim upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them. For ye were sometimes in darkness, but now are you in light.
So now he's giving a switch. He said, for sometimes you was in darkness, but now you done came to the light. Come on.
Are you in light in the master? Walk as children of light. For the fruit of the Spirit is all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable.
He said, wait a minute, doing what?
Proving what is acceptable unto the master.
What does it mean by proving that which is acceptable? What does it mean to approve what is acceptable, or prove what is acceptable? Showing it to be right. Okay. Keep reading.
Proving what is acceptable unto the master, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of
He
darkness.
says, have no fellowship with the what?
Unfruitful works of darkness.
What does this mean when it says have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness? Don't be around anything that's unfruitful. Right? 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Pick it up at verse 21.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 21. Prove all things. Hold fast that which is good.
And do what?
Abstain from all appearances of evil.
He said do what?
Abstain.
What does the word abstain mean? Stay away from. Stay away from all what?
Abstain from all appearances of evil.
What does it mean to abstain from all appearance of evil? Even if it look wrong, stay away from it. Because you are in representation of who? Of Elohim. So if it looks wrong and you're doing it, who are they going to accredit this to? They're going to accredit it to him, not to you. Right? Come on.
And the very Elohim of peace sanctify you wholly. And I pray Elohim holds spirit and soul and body be preserved blameless.
See what?
The whole soul and body be preserved blameless unto the coming of the Master Yahushah HaMashiach. Faithful is he that calleth you, who also will do it.
So from this view, he telling you to abstain from all appearance of evil, right? Listen, we ain't did nothing. We just sleep in the same bed. You got some good willpower. But if I tell these people it's okay for them to do it, you can shack up, sleep in the same bed with them. Just don't touch them. What does it look like I'm promoting? I'm promoting fornication. Right? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I practiced. I thought I was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
The thing Yahushah is watching, which he was watching.
True.
And I did everything the way I thought I was supposed to have done it. But reading the scripture, reading what you just reminded me about what it said, I was thinking from all, whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of have mixed feelings about it now. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So it's almost like until you actually get married, it just seems like in order to prevent that appearance, you might just want to stay in your own house and she stay in her own house. Y'all can get together and go out and stuff like that. But all that other stuff, until you actually make that commitment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just...
Yeah, because you play with fire, you get burned. You know what I'm saying? On one of them nights where y'all done went out and you had a little bit to drink, you know what I'm saying? You turn over. Oh. Then that impiety kick in. That lack of respect kick in. And then, we gonna get married anyway.
Everybody already thinking.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm coming down for that.
Yes, sir. Come on.
This is really
Yeah.
like it, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yes, sir.
For the future.
Yes, sir.
So it's like what I experienced, what I practiced, just reading what I read. For future, when we counsel believers,
Yeah.
can I shack up?
No.
No, you can't shack up. The reason why you can't shack up is because of this.
Yep.
And then when you go to this verse, this is actually giving you directions. Because if you do it, you might make a mistake.
No.
Not saying everybody gonna make a mistake,
Did not do that.
but you might make a mistake.
And then in your case, you already done tasted the pie. You know what I'm saying? You already done been down, that lane. I ain't mean to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? You done already experienced that. Which then now it's like, okay, this ain't nothing new. We can wait. They ain't saying that it ain't hard, but you done already crossed that bridge. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they ain't crossed that bridge, and you know what I'm saying? So just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? To just no shacking up. It's not a good look. Yeah, got something? Oh. Anything else?
That was the only one.
Anybody else got anything in here?
Many babies are here in this world right now off that principle. Unwanted. Then they gotta do some unthinkable things to cover it and get rid of it. So it is definitely not wise to do. You put yourself in a temptation type of situation. Not wise.
Yeah. Again, I can't go to a law and say, hey, thou shalt not shacketh. So I'm not about to look at you and go here. But what I'm saying is we see that is an appearance of evil, right? It's a crazy temptation. In James, it tells you, it says that you are drawn away of your own lust. You know what I'm saying? And once lust hath conceived, it brings forth and sin brings forth.
Yeah.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Y'all ain't. You called me. You called me. Why called me over there? All right. That's it. Announcements.
New moon is March 22nd, which is next Wednesday. We'll be here at 7 o'clock. Gonna have a little bit more than we normally do, because that will be the first day of the year, first day of the first month of the first year, which means Pesach is only about 3 weeks away now. Pesach is going to be, Passover is going to be on April 4th at evening. Unleavened bread is going to be April 5th through the 11th.
Concert, April the 4th. April the 4th. We're charging $80 at the door. This goes to pay for all the artists, the bands, and so when we just joking like that, just come. We joking. It's free. Come on out, April the 4th. You're gonna see Cole performing his latest debut album, The Man of Sorrows. It's gonna be an experience. It's gonna be an experience. So please come on out for that. Hallelujah. And it's Passover. So, we gonna get our worship on. We're gonna give our thanks to Mashiach for doing what he done, for allowing us to be covered in his blood. Hallelujah. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Yes, other artists are welcome. Please get in contact with Brother Cole if you want to be a part of the Passover show. April 5th through the 11th. 5th and 11th are the Shabbats. That's the first day of unleavened bread, last day of unleavened bread. If you haven't taken those days off, please take those days off. In the meantime, in between time, remove the leaven from your hearts and your house. Hallelujah. Don't walk up in here with no leaven. I ain't talking about in your hand. Talking about in you. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, purge that old leaven, for we have to purge you. See, the book tells you to purge the old leaven about the congregation. You know what I'm saying? Walk up in here with that leaven if you want to. Jazzy Jeff, baby! Jokes. It's a tough crowd today, man. Sheesh. All right, we got anything else?
That's it.
All right.
Travis may teach on Wednesday.
I might teach on Wednesday. New moon. You know what I'm saying? Did we decide on something to get that day? All right. Oh, who bringing cheesecake?
I was best for him. It wasn't really for everybody.
I can't make no cheesecake.
That's what we heard over here.
That's good. It's been too long. You was hungry.
Then I'm bringing it?
No. When I said you may teach, because I said cheesecake.
Oh, so you bringing cheesecake?
No.
Yes.
Anybody who wants to vote for Siobhan to bring cheesecake, raise your hand. Can somebody bring cheesecake? Is all I'm asking. Hey, my man, cheesecake. And let's get, man.
Party, New Year.
It's New Year. So we gonna do a countdown? We're gonna do the leaf drop. No high fructose corn syrup, please. Huh?
Don't want to set swine off.
Please.
No. He make it from scratch. He make it from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, do we still need the items for Purim? So yes, we do. Okay, so renew list for Purim. It's going to be put out in the next couple of days so we can fulfill our obligation.
It is on the Facebook
Donations are
page.
still welcome.
It's on the Facebook page and the chat group.
Go to the Chosen Seed Facebook page and the chat group so we can finish our obligation to this family. We appreciate everybody's donations so far. Let's just continue to give.
We still need like bed linen for a twin bed.
Bed linen for a twin bed.
Still food. Storage containers and totes.
Storage containers and totes. Clothes.
For,
What's the ages of the children?
hold on. I have the sizes.
Child 6, child 8, child 12.
32 pants for boys, medium large shirts, size 10 shoes, size 34 pants, large, extra large shirts, size 12 shoes. Girls' clothes, I have 6, size 1 shoe, size 8 clothes, size 3 shoe, size 10, 12 clothes, size 5 shoe. We need socks, underwear, and that's it.
All right, so the list is on the Chosen Seed.
Yes.
It's on the Chosen Seed page, so go check it out. We're gonna get a revamped list on there as well. So yeah, keep on donating. And I think that is all, folks.
That's all.
All right. Hallelujah. We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray. Pray out. Pray out. Pray out. Pray out. We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray. Pray out. Pray out.
After this is over, please, everybody grab their children, no running, playing, still in effect.
Yahuwah, Father, we thank you for your goodness and your faithfulness. We thank you for the word that we received today, Father. Help us to really examine ourselves, look upon ourselves to see if we be in the belief, Father, that we don't try to hide, Father. We are honest with ourselves and with each other, Father, that we love each other as you loved us, Father, as we walk in unity and belief, Father, that we continue to do what is right, Father, as we continue to be with those who are sick among us and touch those who are in need of healing, Father, those who have lost loved ones, Father, that send you comfort, Father, and strength, Father, as you continue to be with those who are going through anything in their marriages, in their homes, and on their jobs, Father. We know that you're able to do exceedingly abundantly above what we ask and think, Father. Father, we trust in you. We know that you're able to do it. Father, I ask you to keep us throughout the week and bring us back safe at the appointed time. Watch all our homes, our children as they're in school, Father, every elder, every mother, every sister, every brother, every child, every family, Father. I ask you to cover us under your love, Father, under the blood of your Son, Yahushah HaMashiach. Father, as you make this food nourishment for our body, allow us to have good fellowship, and just be safe. In the name of Yahushah HaMashiach, we give you praise, honor, and esteem today. So be it. So be it.
Avinu Shabbat Shemayim,
Avinu Shabbat Shemayim,
Ikadosh,
Ikadosh,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Tabo,
Tabo,
Makuka,
Makuka,
Yaseh,
Yaseh,
Nasuka,
Rasoka,
Bares,
Bares,
Kasher,
Kasher,
Nasha,
Nasha,
Bashmayim,
Bashmayim,
Teilanu,
Teilanu,
Hayom,
Hayom,
Niki,
Niki,
Ikanu,
Ikanu,
Uslat,
Uslat,
Lenu,
Lenu,
Eight,
Eight,
Ashmatenu,
Ashmatenu,
Kasher,
Kasher,
Suki,
Suki,
Anahnu,
Anahnu,
Lasher,
Lasher,
Ashmu,
Ashmu,
Lanu,
Lanu,
Boho,
Boho,
Tabinu,
Tabinu,
Dede,
Dede,
Musa,
Musa,
Ki,
Ki,
Asulanu,
Asulanu,
Mi,
Mi,
Ki, Maka, Mamamlaka, Wara, Wati Faris, Lame, so be it.